Back. Robin Riches ripping again. We've got the day after the election here. We are looking at November 6th. This is post market. Basically was out at work for the last 11 days, but still trading stocks here and there. Let's take a look at what's going on. As you can see today, 14.22% on the day. Just absolutely ripped it. Part of that is from the stocks, part of that is from playing the event contract, but I thought we'd go ahead and show you what's going on there. If you look over here, if we go into history, you can see, and we change it down to type event contract right here, you can see that we played the Trump hand, and we did pretty good here. Basically started out in October buying 5,000 contracts right there for 66 cents. Those ended up being winners of about 30 cents. After you look, you can see here that the 4 cents was taken out, so they were 30-cent winners. That was about $1,500. And then we had a couple more here I bought just on the 5th, just to see if I could actually buy more, because they were denying me for a while. So 95 cents there in total, so about 5 cents. It wasn't crazy, like 50, $60. But overall, about a little over $1,500. So doing good there, just starting out the day with a huge rip. Next, we went ahead and bought some of this dip. It went dippy, so we went fishing. So if you take a look here, we ended up buying some 100 shares of Hood. Actually was a great buy. I got it at 26.36, and like 2 days later, we are up $350. Let's see when the date was. Ended up buying. Right there, October 30th, I had the limit. So I'm going to say October 30th. Yeah, was watching it for a while, so about 99 shares, and I already had one, so great purchase right there. And if you look October 30th, we're sitting somewhere around here, right there. So pretty good buy. Couldn't, I could get a little better at a $23 range, but we're back to $30 already. This is insane. Just ripping. I actually believe in Hood quite a bit. It was really between that and SoFi. And SoFi, if you look on the day here, Hood ripped almost 20%, and SoFi did like 4.2%. I think SoFi is a good buy as well. Obviously, none of this is advice for trading or financial advice, but definitely watching SoFi as well. Going to be selling calls on these covered calls. Since I buy 100 shares, sell the covered calls, make some money on the side, buy something else. Did a trade on SMCI. Was really hoping for that bottom to be there after the right here, somewhere in here. Got in, and it was pretty brutal. Ended up buying 100 shares and taking like a $1,000 loss right here. Bought 100 shares for $32.90, and then ended up closing for $22.84. Can you believe that? That's about a $1,000 loss in a few days there. I think there's a weekend in there, so it's really not that many days. SMCI just getting brutally attacked. They're basically looking at possibly being delisted from the S&P 500. They have possibly some financial problems that they're not really listing. They have had these in the past. They fired the members, and all the members came back, and they're looking at maybe similar problems here. So hard to say what to do with this. I was really hoping for a bounce. Didn't get the bounce. Actually got another drop and lost 1,000. But we're watching it here. I picked up one share at $21 today. It's pretty much. They went a little lower than that, but for the most part, it's pretty much like 21's a good low. And now we're already up to 22 something. So we'll see what happens there. It could go up. It could go down. So it's pretty rough. Obviously, you can see Rocket Lab did really great today at 10.34%. This is the main dog. My numbers aren't really showing up. I think I was trying to transfer an account over, and they're not really telling me my net gain, but pretty sure it's up there pretty good. Total return, maybe it'll show, won't show, but it's quite high. Nvidia still holding on to that. Got in at like $1.20. buck 20.55, still holding on to that, and that's what's going on there. And then after that, I'm looking at Intel. I want to keep my eye on this. It's basically a turnaround story. It looks like they're trying to get management to change it up and see what they can do in the next few years. I think if I can buy some shares over the next couple of years and get a good bag going here, it could rip in the next 5 to 10 years, and I wouldn't want to be left behind on Intel. They're still a pretty big major player. They just need a good turnaround. Kind of like maybe something like GE. If you haven't seen GE, they had a similar story. They were doing terrible, and now we look at them, and it's off the charts again. So they had these huge dips, $30, and they're been around forever. Now they're back to 180. So that's really didn't take that long. If you consider some type of bottom, let's say that we're here 2020, and then 4 years later you're at 180. You could maybe see something like that with Intel. So I'm not sleeping on it. I'm going to try and pick up some shares, probably sell some covered calls on things, and trade some more options and see what we can do. We've got 11 put spreads on Hood. These things are already worthless in a day. Look at that drop at the end there. Got in, let's see, I paid 5 cents, got 11 of them, so $55, and it's already turned into $22. I'm actually surprised this isn't lower, but this is a Friday expiration. Today's Wednesday, so we'll see what happens there on that. And then basically sold some options today. So if you look at SPY, Donald Trump got elected. I think they're pricing in a lot of inflationary, maybe his tariffs are considered inflationary, and him coming in is going to have some inflationary aspects towards it. So market ended up ripping. The banks ripped. You saw Hood earlier, right? It's up 20%. So playing that today, I went ahead and sold some options, did very well. Today was up at $355, but for the most part, I basically sold puts. And that was it. I woke up, when the market opened, I sold puts basically at that second V, sold a set of puts, and then redid it again, rolled them up, and sold another set of puts, and literally just cashed in all day. I thought it seemed pretty obvious that the market was going to go up. It screamed early on, right? If you look at SPY, it basically screamed like right when, if you look at the week here, it basically just started screaming today, right? Where you got market just screaming up, and then just continuation. This is pre-market stuff here, I believe. So it screamed pre-market and then screamed at the open, and then that was it. So was pretty set on selling put spreads, and that was it. And like selling 18 or 10 of them at a time. So really was going for it. I don't know if you can see them in here, but let's see. Yeah, something like this. Sold 18 put spreads right there. Sold them for 10 cents. 178 credit right there. And I think there's some more. But for the most part, that's it. Robin Riches really just starting out strong here, guys. So if you like that, if you want to see that portfolio grow, just hit me up. I'm always around.